Hello, everyone. Just give me a moment to get set up. Like I said, I don't really go through a whole lot when it comes to this. I can do this with my eyes closed. But something I've noticed, and I think Keyboard Musician was right, which I already knew he was right when he said it, but I noticed that when I do a premiere with my music, no one really shows up. But when I do a premiere about, this drama, people really tune in. So I'm going to start giving you guys what you like. And so this is not going to be a music channel. It's going to be devoted. This entire channel from this day forward is going to be devoted to the drama that I see, particularly including this individual, the other individual whose ass this individual kisses, the other flunky, Bammy Bam, and I think we already know who else I was talking about, LTG, Lovely the Great. And it's also going to be sprinkled in with some Zillionaire Entertainment and some Trey King. It's just going to be the topic of discussion here. I'm still going to post music, but I think you guys really enjoy my commentary more than anything. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. She's in a rage. Now, what I want y'all to see on that thumbnail is the image is disturbing. The reason it's disturbing is because you never know what you're going to get, She doesn't look enraged, but she's very full of rage right now. I think because in her mind, it's okay for her, and, if somebody, has something to say about her, it's okay for her to gather up all these different people and let people, help her. But I noticed that there's two individuals that actually three. There's three individuals that she feels like she can pick on, and I've noticed that there's a pattern of that with her, and I'll be throwing a monkey wrench and all of that. When you go after Karen, I'm coming after you. When you go after 2300 Jackson Street, I'm coming after you. When you go after Miko, I'm coming after you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You gather up your hundreds or even thousands of women, all they really need is me. So just know that when you feel like they're out there by themselves, and I notice when you feel that way, you go full force after these people. And there's a pattern of that. Your whole channel, all of your channels, there's a pattern of that. You've done it for so long, you felt comfortable with it. And maybe that's why people are a bit intimidated, because they know what all you do with your panels and your chats and your mods and, calling in Lovely and whatever, reinforcements you need. I'll be monitoring these things, and if I need to come after Bammy Bam, I will. If I have to come after Lovely the Great, I will. If I have to come after your ass, that's a given. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen to her rageful behavior. Now, from what I understand, she's very upset, and I see so many similarities. She's very upset because there's this accusation out there about her being, a fiend. But then there were also accusations out there about her snatching up kids that I didn't put out there. I didn't even put this one out there. It doesn't matter who put it out there or where it came from. But I notice you're going in so hard on Miko. I don't see you going in on the person that originally accused you of snatching kids. But for some reason, you felt comfortable going after me full force. And then you realize that somebody like me just tripped your ass up and made you crack your teeth on the damn pavement. And then after I finished dragging you, I propped you up on cinder blocks. Those cinder blocks have cracked now, and you're revving up your engine on all these other people. Well, you know what? I'm backing all of them. And anybody else I see that needs some reinforcement with you, because I see how you do things. You can't stand alone. You have to have everybody chiming in, all these other people. But you know what? I go for your ass right for the gusto. I don't need no kind of backup. I ain't got no chat, no comment, no panel. It's just me and you, bitch.
Okay. I'm not getting paid on this channel. No, but honey, always remember I can be. So right now.
But what I don't understand is, I mean, go ahead and get paid. Sign up for everything that you can. But has it gotten you out of the predicament that you're in? See, you get on here and you brag and all this stuff like you're so much. Like everyone's trying to do what you do. First of all, I don't want 1,000 subs. I don't want super chats or PayPals or any money from Google or YouTube. I don't want my information on file. I don't need it. I'm not trying to get in a different tax bracket. You know. I'm just here to make one thing right on here that's wrong, and that's you, the way you go after people. I've seen it. I've never been afraid to come after your ass. You claim, well, why did I wait however long? Because I sat back and observed your ass. And I was like, she's as grimy as they come. You know. But I know how to handle grimy people. I either ignore them or I go in full force. In your case, the ignoring is over. You know, I'm going for your throat. I don't have to go for your channels. There's somebody else working on that. There's a lot that's going on in the background that you have no knowledge of. Oh, and I would like to thank that individual from your camp who provided me that photo of you and that pipe. You called it a crack pipe. Isn't that what you called it? I never called it that. But you called it that. But I see the similarities. When there's a grain of truth about something, you get on here for days and hours going after the person. Gathering up everybody to go after the person. Spinning your narratives. To me, it's an indication of guilt, or that there is truth to that grain of truth, is what it tells me. I'm more prone to think now that there are illicit activities, that there is truth to these recent accusations of fiending and geeking. I'm willing to guess there is some truth to it. Now, whether or not you've actually done it on YouTube, I can't vouch for that, but I'm willing to bet there's a grain of truth to it. And for you to sit on here and try to trigger Miko, because I saw you do that. You're evil. To get on here and try to trigger someone that's in recovery to relapse, I think that's worse than kicking somebody when they down. That's how evil you are. And believe me, your mods and your chats and your subs, they all cut from the same cloth. You know. But good always wins over evil. You know, if I have anything to do with it, you know, this is just going to be an ongoing thing with you. I mean, you know, you provide my content for me. My subscribers have gone all the way up. And I must say, you know, Lovely was right. You know. Y'all are the reason. So I might as well ride this bike until the wheels fall off. And I suggest that 2300 Jackson Street do the same thing. I suggest that Miko do the same thing. I suggest that Karen do the same thing. And hopefully my subs, y'all got this ad blocker that I provided to you. And hopefully you also got the link to Plotagon. Go ahead and download it on your phone. Start playing with it. Start making some animations about, you know, the things you see. I don't care if you cover the same people I cover. The more people find out about them, the better. You know, put your own twist on it, your own spin on it. You know. She copies off of everybody else. So what I want y'all to do is download that Plotagon animation software on your phone, create your characters, and create your plots about scammers like this, you know, and post it. You know. And if you want me to see it, post a link. Post a link to it in the comments, so we know. Start building up y'all's channels. People are going to tune in if it's good, if it's truth. Just give your opinion, basically. You have a voice. This person's voice does not override anybody's voice. And I'm here to remind her of that. You know. I don't know what kind of history you have of bullying people. I don't know why people are so intimidated by you. I don't know why they feel like, ooh, you know, I better not comment because she might see it. I'm going to do better than comment. I recorded a video about my thoughts about you and those snatching up kids. I didn't write no comment. I recorded a video, and I didn't need nobody's damn approval or permission to do it. And the fact that I did that has led up to this. Look where we are. And it's only because of your foul mouth attacking me personally. The things you've called me, no one has ever called me. That tells me how disgusting you are. And your clan. And the people you attach yourself to and that attach themselves to you. And that ride so hard for you. All of y'all. And if any of y'all see any videos that I need to know about where I'm being mentioned, or any of the people that I mentioned are being mentioned by any of these people, let me know. Send it to me with the timestamp. I'll review it. And then, you know, I'll team up with whoever. Because that's exactly what she's doing. That's what they all do. They team up. So I'm going to be teaming up. Anybody y'all going after solo out there by themselves, I'm going to be having their back too. We're going to level the playing field up on this bitch. That's how it's going to roll from now on. Now let's hear what you have to say.
I'm just talking shit because I want to talk shit to you motherfuckers. And I'm getting paid to do it.
Okay, and she feels so special because she has 1,000 ratchet ass black females who sit around day and night, you know. Just, it's almost like they sit in alert mode. Like ding ding ding, oh we got a notification. Okay, we better boot up and strap up and panel up because the boss is calling. And we can't say no. See, she got y'all wrapped up right around her finger like little fool pawns. Little ratchet black female fool pawns who beckon at her every command. And I'm here to remind y'all of that too. You know, let's take a look at who all she's got over here doing what all she does. Let's take a look, y'all. Where's her chat? Let's take a look. Y'all gonna see all kind of emojis and all that stuff. You know, it's what they do. Let's see. And it's the same people. Yeah, as we know, she's there. You know, this little croaker sack, greasy, sweaty heifer needs to be handled. She needs to be handled. It's not enough that her accounts are gone. It's not enough that she don't have access to her money. It's not enough that she can't log in to her and all her passwords and shit been changed and all that stuff. Ain't none of that enough. I'm not satisfied. Cause I see how she roll. And somebody like that, all you gotta do is just because they already sloppy and sweaty and just a big old hefty bag croaker sack mess of a heifer. They just pitiful. She trying to get out that ditch. All you gotta do is just put your foot on her forehead, on her sweaty, sloppy ass forehead, and push her ass right back down in that ditch. Because she got so much to say. She got a big old mouth. And she's such a hypocrite, calling me the things that you call me. That tells me how you feel about your own child. You despise your own child. But somebody like this gonna get on here and say, ooh, you know what all you did for somebody else on here, and they pawned it. You know what, if they did pawn it, they probably didn't want it in the first damn place. Ever thought about that? So anyway, this is just what they do, y'all. This Sandra Mayfield person is the one that's, I believe she eats, sleeps, and breathes this scheming, desperate, pathetic, vile, psychopathic female who's dealing with issues that, if I had to guess, half of these women can relate to those same issues. And see, she has so much to say. They started it. Yeah, I started it. Well, actually, I didn't start it with you, Lovely the Great. You kind of started it. But I'm kind of glad I did find out about your ass. Because it's fun to drag somebody like you. Somebody that, just a big old hefty sack bag, nobody heifer, with the biggest mouth on YouTube, who admitted out of her own mouth that, you used to go out here and windmill for people and kiss their ass and all this other different shit that I've never had to do in order to, I guess try to gain some kind of notoriety. As if, dragging Kanika Jenkins and her mother wasn't enough. It just tells me what a, sweaty, wet, desperate, pathetic mess of a woman a lot of y'all are. I have no problem calling you what you are. Call me whatever it is that, make your man want to give you a nut. It doesn't faze me. Because the truth don't change about y'all ass. And everybody in y'all camp is cut from the same cloth, made out of the same kind of material. So all I gotta do is all I have to do is really just address the content creators. Because by doing that, I'm addressing them and all of their clan. And it don't matter what all their clan has to say. Because it's the same thoughts that the content creators think. But what mother don't love her own child? I mean, your daughter has to know that you despise her. With any look, she despises your ass too. Y'all probably have a fake relationship. Ooh, let me just pretend like I can put up with you for a little while. Even though I know you can't stand me and you despise me. So, and then the other one is it's the same way. I really don't, I really despise your ass. Even though you came from my body and you're my child. Deep down, I despise you and people like you. That says a lot. And you can't hide it. That's how all y'all ass is up on here. The ones where all y'all group together and gather together. And y'all probably smelling panties and, ain't no telling what all y'all ain't doing with y'all tongues. Where, where it come to bra straps and faded panties and stuff. That's why all y'all got these panties tied around y'all heads too tight. Because ain't nobody wearing none. It's understood. We all in the, hey, notice me. I'm just the baddest bitch on YouTube. Just a wet, smitty mess, anything of an old woman. Take off my panties for y'all. Heifer girls. Club. Yeah. For the ones that broke free from that, hopefully you're able to look at it now and see it for what it is and be glad that you are no longer a part of it. Download that Plotagon software and make your voice known. Tell the inside story. I'm going to let y'all listen to her for quite a little extended time here.
I can go to the other motherfucking page and get paid to talk about you motherfuckers.
I can't help it, y'all. You see how she carrying on? It's almost like a homeless woman that, that somebody throwed out, a slice of bread to. It's like that. Ooh, I'm just all that. YouTube is just providing my every need. Well, why is you living with some man who scraped you up out of that chamber? And you've been on here for how long? I'm sure you've been monetized for over a year. Has that really benefited you? No. If I had to guess, people ain't giving you the kind of money that they used to. A lot of people finding out about your ass. How you put on airs. Ooh, I'm just a homeless piece of any old thing, nothing heifer woman. But I'm just all that, aren't I?
But I can tell you what I can do. I can tell you what I can do if I want to. Because I figure out that doesn't have to be fully monetized. But I figure out.
Now, for the people that don't know, y'all, people have to sit around and watch 1,000 ads without skipping them for them to get like what, $1.25, $1.50, whatever it is. They can't withdraw the money until they've accumulated at least $100. So, she's that excited now because she's in a position where she can potentially, 90 days from now get $100. And then you wonder why, she had to be scraped up out of a confinement chamber, and delivered in somebody's kitchen, sitting in their chair at their table, using their internet to get on here and say, ooh, everybody want to be like me. Yeah, we just cross-eyed. We've never seen anything like it before.
I give her an ass on certain motherfucking shits on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, but we already know. All you gotta do is download that app, y'all. On the previous video, download that. She won't get a dime. Ain't nobody gonna give her a dime, not out of this camp. Make sure to share this video. It's a very important video. Of all the videos, this one needs to be shared. Because this is the true mentality of these any old things, sweaty, croaker sack, just ain't about nothing members of the Heifer Club. But the truth is right before your eyes. She's sitting in her car, smoking God knows what, hitting God knows what to get through another day, living with some stranger, giving it up for a roof over her head, to be able to get on here and be on lives for 5 and 6 hours at a time and brag about, I can run an ad on a live or whatever it is. Let's give her all of that, y'all. If anybody needs it, it's her. I want her to get her own place legally, without scamming and scheming. I mean, from what I understand, she probably has lawsuits that where she scammed, and ran some kind of schemes for lawsuits. But what people like this don't realize is, what you gain in the long run, you lose it 10 times over. And that's a fact. So just let her have her moment of glory, y'all.
Hey, stop playing with me. Sir, you come to watch this motherfucker, you will be watching a motherfucking ad. Oh, we didn't watch the other one that didn't have it. Oh, no, because I didn't put it on there.
So she thinks she can make y'all watch an ad. Now, and for the people that did not know, if that app don't work on your device or whatever, if you don't have the right operating system or, Android or however it works, all you got to do is skip the ad. You have the option to skip an ad. Just skip the ad. It's simple as that. And what they're going to do is they're going to put 100 ads through a video. Now, their followers will sit around and watch all that crap. Because, see, they're all in on it. Ooh, let's get this, just any old thing, heifer woman out the streets. Let's just help her feel good about herself some kind of way while she smokes whatever it is to get through another day. And let's all just join forces, y'all, and just go after whatever channel that has any kind of a reasonable thought about any of us. Even though we're the bottom of the barrel, the crud, we don't need nobody scraping us up. No, there needs to be some acid put in the bottom of that barrel to dissolve y'all ass. Y'all are the fungus of YouTube. This type of mentality is the fungus of YouTube. Like I said, it's the end of the road for somebody like this. I think I saw 22 people watching. Wow. She's gonna self-destruct anytime, at any moment.
So, how this has started to be set up, either this one, yeah, I can be paid for talking shit about you guys. I'm on this pay. Oh, she said that. He said that is because you haven't gotten to this.
Do it. You haven't gotten to my level. Out of all of your years of life, you haven't gotten to my level. Real life level, not imaginary YouTube world, imaginary YouTube streets level. Pimping drama for pennies. Let's step into the real world. You know, the one that you wake up in every day? You're not on my level. You're not on a lot of people's level. Matter of fact, you're you're a bottom of the barrel bitch when it comes to levels. But when you get a whole lot of y'all together, then you have the courage to get on here and show out and carry on. But y'all, we can see through this. It's all transparent. A fake, phony facade.
Level to know, I didn't know how monetization worked. This page is totally different. Something is totally different. I'm mad at you.
Let's wait and see how long this channel gonna be up. And y'all, if you watch any of her videos, if you're insulted by anything she says, that may apply to you or a friend or even a family member or a distant cousin or even a complete stranger, just report her. That's all you got to do. It's simple as that.
Well, like I said, I just haven't signed that motherfucking W-2 form. Haven't done certain, what's the name shit yet.
And who knows, in 90 days you might get $100 check. Aren't you just the most specialist thing that have ever came from another country and set foot on these, United States roads? And you figured out a way to let vulnerable, pathetic, pitiful black women sit around and take care of your ass. But how has that worked out for you? Are they actually supplying your habit? Because that's what I'm beginning to think. Because aren't you the same person that quit your job because gay people worked there? I mean, gay people are in the United States. Try leaving for a while. You might not want to come back, because there's gay people here. The ones like, that do things to, willing prisoners who got women like you at home going out of their mind, waiting for them. And they get nut after nut after nut. And they loving it. Then they got to get home and act like, ooh, ain't no way I would ever do this, that, the other. And then now, all of a sudden, they want to come in the back door now. Now that they back, they want to come in the back door. They ain't coming in the front door as much. They want you to leave that back door open now. And you got so much to say about me. Things I wouldn't dare repeat. The things you aren't letting that guy do to your ass. Ain't no telling, It seems to me like you just kind of like a free fall, hey, just scrape me up, have your way with me, just give me somewhere where I can get on here and make everybody think I'm more than what I'm is. Kind of helpful, And what Americans think about this and how Americans do this, no, it ain't this, it ain't that. It's my way. No, your way is where your roots are. Your roots are not here. Like I said before, in my opinion, the border needs to be closed for people like you. Vile, hateful people like you. That's why karma eating your ass up. An ad ain't gonna change that. A Google AdSense check ain't gonna change that. Lovely the Great can't change that for you. At the end of the day, y'all can join forces, but y'all still gonna be struggling. One with her grandpa man, and you with your what? Somebody that probably is 9 times out of 10 somebody that nobody else would have. Why else would they scrape you up like that and prop you in their kitchen? So you can get on here and say, ooh, I'm all that. I'm a scraped up, snotty-nosed heifer, a crossed-eyed croaker sack, any old thing type of heifer woman. But I'm all that, aren't I? You're a sight to see. I will not take that from you.
My 4,800 is big. 4,800 view time. Hey, watch time. My 4,800. I'm over that. That is when you get your shit for monetization. So,
are you over all that fiending that you're doing? Because I'm seeing characteristics of a fiend. Someone who fiends. A fiending fiend. A geeked out, fiend out fiend. That's the behavior that you're exhibiting to me. Like, ooh, is there a crack in somebody's ass that I can smoke? Type fiend.
I just have to wait for 4,800 hours. I just have to wait for 1,000 subscribers, more people to subscribe. You motherfuckers give a fuck about that. That's why y'all talk about what is going on in our chat so much. That is why you guys talk about our cash apps and...
No, because you're a scammer. If I have anything to do with it, the audience you have now will be the only audience you have. Not to say people won't tune in, but they'll just tune in to watch the train wreck. To see what you geeked up on today, and are you geeked up on the same thing you was yesterday? What you gonna fiend about today? They want to see fiends fiend. They want to see this erratic behavior from desperate, just any old thing type sweaty croaker sack hefty bag heifers who come to America walking barefoot on hot, pavement roads in the summertime with blisters under their feet, because they can run an ad on them talking crap about somebody else. Run all your ads and make all your videos about me. I don't mind, because I'm going to be dragging your ass day and night if you think that it's acceptable to do to me what you've done to other people on here. I won't tolerate it. I don't even have to tolerate somebody like you. Others do, but I don't. You'll know exactly how I feel about you. I won't have to mince words. It'll be self-explanatory. But speaking of levels, when are you going to be on my level?
supporting us. I mean, after a while, when you sit back and listen to yourself, like, damn, why is you mad? You mad at something half of us really isn't getting like that. So you really mad for nothing, to be honest with you. Hey, you mad for you guys is mad for nothing. But see, Mika.
Yeah, you look at Mika as a victim now, somebody you can go after, you know. But you're a victim of life. Life has beaten you. You're just a battered down, broken heifer. I mean, that's the reality of it. And you get on here all geeked up and fiend up, just fiending. You know, hair just stinking from being all up in Lovely the Great's ass. You owe your life to Lovely the Great, huh? You owe your livelihood to her. You can't make. How in the world did you make it all these years? Didn't you raise kids and stuff without her? But now, you know, all of a sudden now YouTube is your savior. Do you not know that the bulk of people, meaning more than half, on my last channel I did a story on it. About 75 to 80 or even 90% of people don't make enough money on YouTube to live. And these are people with, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And you're the exception to that? How's that working out? You know. If I had to guess, before summer hits, or maybe even fall, you're going to self-destruct up on here. It won't be my fault. You know. It'll be from your own arrogance. You know, how can a homeless person be so arrogant? How can a gritty, grimy, slimy heifer have the audacity to come in this country and act like you better than anybody when you live in less than? There are dogs that live better than you. Both of my dogs out there, they have their own house. When they run around in a yard, it's a yard that I own. When they lay in the grass, it's grass that I own. When they're barking and protecting these premises, it's a premise that I own. I did something with my life. Most people shouldn't have to substantiate that. But everything that you do, any little, you know, millistep you take, which you're miles away from being on my level, but any little millistep that you can muster up, it's an opportunity to come on here and be like, ooh, hey y'all, look at me. I'm just so much more than what I'm is. I ain't never been nothing. You know, I've never amounted to nothing but just any old thing kind of heifer gal. You know, and I attach myself to, you know, wet, sweaty, croaker sack, hefty bag heifers like me. And we's just the, you know, the best thing since liver gravy. And we so horrid and awful. The core of us is. But just overlook that. And just pay us, because all we do is just reflect what all of us is. Everything come out of our mouth just reflect one another. You know. Us is just the most awfulest things, and all we do is sit around and validate the reputation that we have in society and the world. You know. We're the low class heifer bitches on YouTube, scraping and scrounging, lying and cheating and stealing and scamming and plotting, holding on to all of our vices. I mean, we all know Lovely the Great's vice is food. Unfortunately, there's a lack thereof right now. Her vice is, I don't know, whatever it is that she's smoking on whatever given day. If I had to guess, same thing with Bammy Bam. And their vices are also Kanika Jenkins, like Zillionaire. This piece of trash right here, who built up her whole platform dragging Kanika's mother. And Lovely the Great's no different. They're so ungreat. And we should all look and observe and be grateful that life hasn't beaten us up to this degree. That we have to get on here and try to substantiate our circumstances by putting on airs. Like, ooh, I'm so much better than y'all is. And got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of your own. No disrespect to anyone else that doesn't, but I'm referring to, this particular heifer right now. The one that doesn't, in my opinion, belong on American soil. Because she sits around and spreads hate and vile, disgusting things. Why people are intimidated by her, I'll never know. To drag you is so effortless to me. But I'm going to give the people what they want. Defeat. You've been defeated. And now you think, let me go and defeat this person. No, because I'm going to join up with their ass too. Whoever you go after, I'm joining up with them. They don't have to ask. I'm going to have something to say about it. I'm going to put in my 4 cents, just like Lovely the Great always puts in her 2 cents. You can expect that going forward.
Hey, you guys status out there listening to me? Okay. And cause you cleaned up house the other day, correct, bitch? Let me turn these earrings. You cleaned house the other day. You go back over there, you guys, you see videos from 9 months, 10 months. You doesn't see those videos from 3 months. No. Take them out private though, bitch.
Look, y'all. A moment of silence for madness. Complete and utter insanity. Out of her mind by her own admission. Geeked up, fiend out heifer gal who doesn't know what reality is. She can make it unless somebody scrape her up and take her home. Like a stray dog. A moment of silence. This is what's corrupting American society. You know, when people get over here and they portray themselves as being more than what they are and better than us. But yet, you know, they're the crud at the bottom of every barrel, in every city, every town, every state. But yet they glamorize their pathetic lives. Yeah.